The World Poker Tour. The biggest games, the greatest players, and the largest payouts on the planet. The WPT is a series of international high-stakes poker tournaments that can turn amateur players into millionaires and make professionals into superstars. With millions of dollars on the line, it's time for these 5 players to live the dream of fame, fortune, and the one thing money can't buy, a WPT title. Tonight on the World Poker Tour.
We are back at Bellagio on the Las Vegas Strip for one of the biggest tournaments of the year, as continuing coverage of the Doyle Brunson 5-Diamond World Poker Classic is about to begin. Hi, everyone. I'm Mike Sexton along with Vince Van Patten, and this is the WPT.
And, Mike, the final tables at Bellagio, they always provide big-time action, and this one was no different.
When play began, the chip leaders, Daniel Alaei and Faraz Jaka, wasted no time in clashing with one another. And short stack Steve O'Dwyer was sent packing when he ran into the pocket jacks of Scotty Wynn.
Nothing come easy, baby.
Yeah, but the story of the night was the other short stack, Josh Arieh. He doubled up twice, and he made this amazing call with only ace high to pad his chip stack and put him in contention for the title.
Only one player will leave here with the lion's share of the multi-million-dollar prize pool and that coveted WPT title. The cards are about ready to be dealt, so let's get back to the game.
The crowd loves it. 5 players going after this major title.
Well, we started 5 days ago with 329 players. We're down to these 5, and all 5 of these guys got tremendous poker resumes. Our current chip leader is Daniel Alaei with $5.6 million. In second place, Josh Arieh, top pro out of Atlanta. They're all looking to capture a WPT title here tonight.
The Andes will start at 10,000 blind, 60 to 120,000. To the felt we go. Action on Faraz Jaka. He calls himself the toilet, and he quickly folds.
Well, Josh Arieh going out as well.
And the legendary Scotty Wynn, with more gold than a pawn shop, picks up King-Queen.
Well, he raised it to 350,000. Scotty's making his 8th WPT final table appearance. That ties him with poker sensation and WPT champion Phil Ivey.
Sean Buchanan, called the Cannon, quickly folds his hand.
You got like $2 million in back?
Yep, right there. That's 2 million.
Now Daniel Alaei with a pair of deuces.
Well, Daniel's a 25-year-old poker pro out of L.A.
Come on.
Wow, trying to make the deuces quack here. Moves all in over the top of Scotty with just 2 deuces.
Gonna put the pressure on the Prince of Poker, Scotty Wynn.
What a bold play by Daniel here. And folks, it's tough to call all your money off with King-Queen when a guy moves in on you.
I have 2 king, I call you. I have 2 queen, I throw it away.
And he is gonna muck the King-Queen, but he says he has 2 queens. How do you like that? A poker player lying about his hand.
What a nice aggressive bet by Daniel Alaei right there. Has 2 World Series of Poker bracelets to his credit, trying to add a WPT title.
Danny's been waiting to win a WPT event for a long time. WPT is very important. I think tonight might be the night to do it.
That's a poker dad for you.
And his dad's a pretty good poker player in his own right. Has won a number of tournaments in his day as well.
All right, back to this hand. Josh Arieh with a huge hand. Ace, king of hearts.
And he's first to speak, as we say. And he is reaching for raising chips.
Oh, sorry,
Yep.
sorry, John.
Looks like 315,000 is the bet.
Didn't see your hand, baby.
Scotty Wynn going out, and now it's on Sean the Cannon Buchanan, a WPT champion. 27 years old out of Canada, but he won't play his 8-4. Daniel Alaei with just king 5. Flies away, and now it's on the toilet. Faraz Jaka.
Well, Faraz came to this final table as the big chip leader. He's now down in 3rd place with 5 players left. Here he has a king deuce offsuit.
Raised to 900,000.
And he's going to raise it to 900,000. And that play is probably not going to work here. Josh just has too good a hand to lay it down.
Faraz beat up a jockey to get that cap. Says it's his lucky charm.
I'm all in.
Well, he's going to get thrown from the horse here, I can tell you, because Josh moves all in and Faraz moves all out. So the 35-year-old poker pro out of Atlanta, Georgia, Josh Arieh picking up that pot, and with it, he takes the chip lead.
Baby, you guys show bluff, baby. Come on now. You guys show bluff good for the game.
I never bluff. Y'all know that.
5 players remain going at it at Bellagio. We're coming back with more action on the World Poker Tour.
When you play the game, you want to make history, just like basketball, baseball. You want to be in the history book.
We
play poker so many years, we want to make history. Not just the money. Money come and go. Title is last forever.
We are back here at Bellagio for the World Poker Tour, the Doyle Brunson 5-Diamond World Poker Classic. Annie's going up to 15,000, Brian's 80 and 160,000.
Well, Scotty, a bit of a poker historian, as you could hear. He won the $50,000 horse tournament at the World Series of Poker. That tournament had Chip Reese's name on it. This tournament has Doyle Brunson's name on it. Scotty would love to win this trophy, and he could take down the two biggest name trophies in poker.
To the felt we go. Faraz, the toilet jocker, this time with just a 6-7. He's going to take a stab, makes it 325,000 to go.
Well, Vince, this guy stays aggressive, and it doesn't matter where he stands in chip count.
Behind him, Josh REA with King Queen. Says, none of that. I'm going to raise it to 900,000. Scotty out.
Round to the Canadian, WPT champ, Sean Buchanan. Look at this, Vince. He's picked up ace-king. He's got big slick.
Uh-oh, buckle up.
Oh, boy. Be bad news for Josh.
There's been a raise and a re-raise. Now, what do you do here?
And he's got 3.3 million in chips. Josh, of course, has twice that many. But don't forget Faraz. He's in the pot as well, and he's got 2.8 million. Sometimes you just go with it, but he lays down big slick there.
Kind of shocking. Daniel, he ejects his hand. Faraz also not playing.
Well, I don't think he give Faraz credit for the hand, but he did give Josh credit for having a better hand than that. But what a laydown by the Canadian there, Sean Buchanan. And Vince, I can tell you one thing. If he doesn't go on and win this tournament, he's liable to look back at that hand right there and say, you know, I should have just moved in with the ace-king right there.
All right.
No idea.
To the next hand we go. Scotty win. Quickly folding his hand.
Well, Sean Buchanan out as well.
Can no longer call him a loose cannon after folding ace-king.
A call.
Daniel with a jack-7 of clubs going to make this call.
Well, he's going to limp in on the button. Faraz with a 9-7 offsuit in the small blind. He's going to make the call. And Josh with just a queen-5 offsuit. He's going to say, okay, let's see a flop. So we've got three-way action in a limped-in pot, something we haven't seen yet at this final table. Well, flop comes Jack 3-3. So that is good for Daniel as he's taking the lead with jacks up.
Faraz is checked. Now Josh with nothing is going to bet 160,000. Daniel with top pair going to make a call.
Yep, he's going to look him up and just hope his opponent doesn't have a 3.
The toilet quickly folds.
Now 10 comes on the turn.
Doesn't help Josh. He's first to act.
Well, he's going to check.
Now Daniel with the jacks also going to check. Whoa, look at this. A river card of a queen. That's going to help Josh win this pot.
Unbelievable. Queen on the river here for Josh Aria. He now has the best hand. Will he get the value bet in? Well, indeed he is. He's going to bet 325,000 with queens up.
Queen.
Now Daniel is going to make the call here and is going to kick himself for the way he played this hand. When it's over, Josh takes it down. Well, Josh started this hand out by bluffing. Then he made the best hand. He got the value bet in. And Daniel, unfortunately for him, didn't raise on the flop, didn't bet on the turn, and then compounded it by striking out when he paid him off on the river.
Well, Josh REA, a new man, he says. He's a father of 3. He said he hired a life coach to help him balance his poker. So far, it seems to be working.
All in.
Back to this hand. Faraz Jaka with a pair of queens says all in.
Josh had a bit of a volatile reputation. The life coach calming him down. Says he's played 3 tournaments since he hired the guy. He's made 2 final tables. So if he wins this tournament, Vince, I promise you that life coach is going to be getting a lot of phone calls from poker players.
Well, everyone's folding. Last one to consider is Daniel, and he's got an ace-9 of diamonds.
What he's thinking about is, why would a guy bet 2.1 million when the big blind's only 160,000 if he had a real big hand? Wouldn't he want people to come in and play? It's the overbet that has Daniel puzzled here.
Yep, it's usually suspicious. And that's what Daniel's thinking right now. Little does he know that the toilet has a real hand, pair of queens.
A call.
And he's going to make the call here. And he is not going to like it, as he can quickly see that Faraz is over a 2-1 favorite to win this pot.
This could be devastation here. Wow, it goes to show you, if you want action, you got to mix up your over bets. The Toilet doing that perfectly. He's getting the action. Will he want it after the flop?
Well, Faraz at his second WPT final table this season, still out front after the flop as it comes king 6-4. So nearly 4.4 million in this pot.
The Toilet smiling right there. He's got to sweat 2 more cards. Here comes the turn.
The 3 of spade comes off. Now this is a good card for Faraz because it eliminates the ace of spade from play. We saw Sean Buchanan folded the ace of hearts, which means Daniel has 1 out. He must catch the lonesome ace. Doesn't happen as the 7 of diamonds comes up on the river. Faraz Jaka has doubled up.
The ladies are good for Faraz, the Toilet Jaka, as he takes down a huge pot. 5 players remain going after a title and close to 1.5 million. We're coming back for more on the World Poker Tour.
Any 15K Bellagio tournament is going to be a really tough final table. The last one had some of the younger, fresher, online players who are at the peak of their game. This one has a few of the more old school players. Their experience is huge, but I kind of feel like I'm a hybrid between the old school live players and the new school online players. I feel like I'm right there with them in every aspect of that game.
Well, he's talking about younger, fresher players. Where do we fit in, Mike?
Well, Vince, we're in the old school for sure, no doubt about that. But Faraz Jaka making his second WPT final table this season. That is so tough to do. And he's done it both at Bellagio events here. The last player to do that was Elke Grossperrier, and he became the WPT Player of the Year. No matter what happens tonight, certainly Faraz Jaka will become the leader in the WPT Player of the Year award standings.
To the game we go. A quick fold by Scotty Nguyen. And now, Sean Buchanan. Going to bump it up with a king 9 of diamonds, makes it 380,000 to go.
Well, he's the Canadian we call the Cannon, looking for his second WPT title tonight. Action over to Daniel. He goes out.
The Toilet also going away.
Sean, how much he playing?
2.4 behind.
Josh has got king jack of spades, pretty strong hand.
Well, he's also got 8.8 million in chips, Vince, more than twice as many as anybody else at the table. So he is in great shape in terms of chip count, and he's just going to call here.
Josh Arieh, the only poker player I know of with a life coach, seems to be working for him. Will he get lucky here? What a flop.
Oh, a good flop for Josh. He's flopped an open-end straight and a flush draw. Action's on him. He's going to check. This is a check raise, folks, in case this guy makes a continuation bet, but he doesn't do it. He checks right behind. Now a 6 comes off. Again, action on Josh. Well, he's going to check again.
Nothing hitting for Sean. He's just got an inside straight draw and maybe guts, because there he goes, 375,000.
And what he's going to do is fall into a trap here, Vince, because he virtually has nothing here. An offsuit 6 is not going to scare Josh.
I'm all in.
He's going to check raise all in here. That's what he wanted to do on the flop. He just waited one more street to do it.
Yep, he likes the possibilities. He's going to try to push that cannon out.
Yeah, that cannonball was going south, I can tell you that.
The old ball fell on the old foot there, it looks like. And he has to fold his hand.
If you check on the flop, why not just check on the turn there? Maybe you get lucky and catch a jack and win the pot.
Josh Arieh in top form right now, extends his chip lead. He's 35 years old, 3 daughters. Second WPT final table.
Well, Vince, the guy's got over $4.7 million in tournament winnings. That's pretty impressive, I can tell you. And he's looking to add another $1.5 million of that tonight.
Back to the drama. Sean quickly folding. Daniel also out. And now the Toilet. Faraz Jaka gets a toilet hand. Just a nothing 8-6 offsuit. But he's going to raise with it, Mike. Makes it 400,000.
Well, he is incredible in terms of aggression. We thought he was aggressive in the last time he made the final table on the World Poker Tour, but it pales in comparison the way he's betting tonight.
Josh out.
Now Scotty, he knows this guy raises with anything, but he just opts to call, doesn't re-raise.
Here's the first 3.